A sick child killer has made a bid to be released from his life sentence for the murder of a 2-year-old almost 20 years ago. Andrew Morton was murdered in March 2005 when he was shot in the head by Mark Bonini. Bonini had modified an air rifle to increase its power before shooting Andrew in the arms of his brother who was carrying him to the shops. Bonini, now 50, was jailed for life in August 2005 for murdering the toddler. Now, Andrew's parents are having to brace themselves for Bonini's possible release from prison. Sharon McMillan and Andy Morton, who have another 6 children, have urged the parole board to keep Bonini behind bars at a crucial hearing on January 15th. They are also asking that Bonini is banned from returning to Glasgow's Garthumlock, where they live, if he is released. In an emotional letter to the parole board, they say that their son Brian remains deeply traumatised by his brother's murder, adding that the family should not have to chance bumping into Andrew's murderer in their hometown. They wrote, "The impact is felt by all of us every day. Parents do not get over the death of a child. If they're lucky, they learn to manage their grief so they can continue to function in public. We've never had a letter from Mark Bonini or anyone acting for him to say how sorry he was, or that he regretted what he had done. This leaves us thinking that he is not sorry and has not addressed his behaviour, and therefore he will remain a danger to the public." Andy and Sharon have always kept Andrew's grave lit up, and the family visit often to tidy and add to the decorations. Sharon said, "Instead of celebrating Andrew's birthdays and Christmas and choosing presents for him, we go to visit his grave." The minimum term set at the High Court in Glasgow was just 13 years, though Bonini has now served almost 20. He blew a chance of release some 5 years ago after being caught with drugs in his cell following a move to open conditions. He was sent back to secure conditions, delaying his chance of freedom by years, but given his relatively short minimum term, he'll now be hopeful that freedom could be imminent. After Andrew's murder, his parents channeled their grief positively in pursuit of Andrew's law. They wanted a complete ban on air weapons, but the Scottish Parliament passed legislation in 2017 requiring them to be licensed, with owners having to show why they needed them. In the run-up to the law being passed, some 18,000 air weapons were handed in to Police Scotland. Parole bosses will decide whether to keep Bonini imprisoned on January 15th.